Hey, you know my motto, BYC, because you can. Well, I did. I made Italian tacos. Say, hey, all my Italian friends, don't kill me. You gotta try this.
Okay, so hey, this is part two of our Army Navy kind of tailgate, our COVID tailgate, because I'm not at the game. I'm really sad. I'm not there today, but oh well, I'm here. I'm making the best of it, so we will get through it. And I'm like the last episode, I'm going to get the shout out of the way real quick, real fast. And this shout out goes to a guy that I was supposed to be at the game today. That we talked about, I don't know, many months ago, probably at the end of the last game, and that is to my very last division officer in the Navy, Alan Owens. Ensign Owens at the time. Wow. Do we have some stories to tell, huh? Yeah, we have quite a few stories to tell. It was an interesting last year of my Navy career. I think I had about a year left to go when Ensign Owens checked on board Nimitz. It was his first division, and wow, we had quite a task at hand when we both got on board Nimitz and had to get the ship ready to transit over to the West Coast. We were in Norfolk at the time, actually Newport News, and putting our ship back together after a mid-life overhaul, which, trust me, it is a bear. One of the hardest things you'll ever do in the Navy is get on a carrier and try to go through a RCOH. It is not fun. And anyways, and you throw in the midst of all of that 9/11, and wow, what an interesting time. It was a very tense time in my life, and luckily I had a division officer that came into our division that was eager to learn and let his chief do his chiefly things. And you know, like I said, we have some stories, and I think one of the two of the stories that come right to mind is the day that one of my guys was putting Nod Skid down next to my desk, and his desk, Ensign Owens' desk, was right next to my desk in our division office, and I had one of my guys go down and get some non-skid. So non-skid are these little strips of non-skid that you put on the deck, usually on this side of knee knockers, so as people go through, they don't slide on the deck as they exit through the knee knocker. They also put them on some of the ladders as well. And anyways, you know, this guy's wondering why I'm putting 3 strips of non-skid next to my desk. And I said, you'll see. Trust me, soon enough, you'll see what they're for. And I don't know, it was a few days later. One of my sailors had gone awry, and he needed to come in. And this is a sailor that I had put a lot of time and effort into that just wasn't seeing the light of day. So I had to take it to a whole new level. And it's something that I learned from Senior Chief Sieber. So I took one of Senior Chief Sieber's little leadership tools, and I applied it because I saw how it worked for him, and it worked really well. So so this sailor came in. He was in a bit of a trouble. When you get to stand on my non-skid strips, you're in trouble because you're locked up and you're at attention, eyes forward, and you're only talking when you're talked to. So it just happened to be that Ensign Owens was sitting at his desk, and I had little time to clear out the office, and they brought the sailor in for a little bit of one-on-one with me. And Ensign Owens, I could see out of the corner of my eye, was just like, his eyes were wide open. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And so I locked the sailor up and read on the riot act. And luckily we did that because the sailor ended up really turning things around and had a successful career. So that was one of the stories. And after the Sarah left, and the Ensign Owen said, "Yeah, okay, now I understand what the non-skid is for." So, a couple other stories maybe I'll sprinkle in throughout the episode. But wow, what a division officer to go out of the Navy on from my last command. So, anyways, this episode is dedicated to you, and today we're going to make, get this, Italian tacos. I was just thinking about this yesterday. I was like, I really wasn't in the mood for it. Believe it or not, I really wasn't in the mood for Army and Navy this year. And my wife will tell you, I usually bring it up all the time, like a couple weeks before. Post a lot of stuff on Facebook, a lot of different memes, kind of taking points at the Army guys, and I just haven't done that this year. Yeah, maybe the COVID stuff kind of got, what are you doing? There he goes. Anyways, just kind of wasn't in it, but I gotta get into it. So finally I started kicking into gear yesterday, and I started putting my ideas together, because I'm still going to celebrate. I'm going to watch the game. We're going to have some eats. And so I was, what can I do differently? I said, yeah, what about an Italian taco? Now there are some versions of Italian tacos out there. And the first thing I did is like, well, is there anything out there like what I want to do? And what I'm going to do, there wasn't. So I said, that's what I'm going to do. And I texted Lori real quick, hey, what do you think about this? And I think she said, interesting. And I was like, yeah, I think it is interesting. You think? And so I thought more and more about it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sausage and peppers, but it's going to be crumbled. And the peppers and the onions are going to be kind of diced up. I'm going to cook them with the sausage. So I'm going to put that in the bottom of the taco shell. And I'm going to shred some Asiago cheese from my cheese. And I'm going to make my bruschetta to go on top. And then to top it all off, I'm going to put a drizzle of balsamic glaze. And I have a special sauce I'm going to make that I thought, this has got to work. I hope it's going to work. But like I said, I haven't done this. This is not practiced at all. Haven't tested it. So if it's really good, this is going to make it. If it's really crappy, maybe I'll lie and say it was really good. No, I ain't going to do that. It probably won't make it. But anyways, I'm going to take, for a topping sauce, I'm going to take some pesto. And I'm going to add a little mayo to it to make a nice creamy sauce for the top of the taco. So, stand by. I'm going to get some stuff ready. We'll probably do some prep here with shredding my cheese, getting the bruschetta ready, cooking off the sausage and the peppers and onions. Then we'll bring it all together. I'll bring it together two ways. One in a hard shell, my favorite shell, and I'll do a heated up corn tortilla. So, stand by.
So to get this started, I'm going to do some prep. So I got some Asiago cheese here with rosemary, and I'm going to shred that up. So let's get this shredded. And next I'm going to get my bruschetta topping going. So I've got 2 heirloom tomatoes here. Yeah, you see 3, but I'm only going to use 2. And I'm going to get these diced up and get our topping going. Okay, so now we got this in our little mixing bowl. And now I'm going to take 1 clove of garlic that I'm going to mince up nice and fine and add that to my tomatoes. And I'm also going to put a fine chop on my onion and get that in the tomatoes as well. And I'm only going to use about 3 slices out of this half of onion. So I really don't want a lot of onion in my bruschetta. And let's get this into the bowl with the tomatoes. And now I'm going to take about a 1/4 cup of parsley, and I'm going to go ahead and get a really nice chop on this and get that into our tomatoes. I'm also going to be adding about a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar to this and some salt and pepper. And into the mixing bowl it goes. So I'll give this a mix and set this to the side. And now for the sauce that I'm going to put on top of the taco, I'm taking some Japanese mayo, about 1/3 cup, and then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of pesto to this and give it a good mix. Now to get our sausage going, I'm going to use 1 pound of hot Italian sausage and 1 pound of sweet Italian sausage. So I'm going to add this to the pan, crumble it up, get it browned, and I'll be adding the peppers and onions to this. So let's get this started. And now I'll get my meat muddler and get this all broken up and get it browned. So I'm going to move the meat to the side and let that brown, and I'm going to start in on the onions and peppers. Now I'm going to give both the onions and peppers a rough chop on this. I'm going to throw it right in with the sausage and let it cook along with the sausage. So into the sausage goes our peppers and onions, and we'll give this a stir. And I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of water to this to help cook the peppers and onions and add a little steam. And now I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of prepared tomato sauce just for a little flavoring. Now we'll give this a little stir, and we're just about there. We're almost ready to start assembling our tacos. So let's go in and give this a little taste. Make sure we're on the right track here. And oh yeah, baby, this is tasting pretty darn good. So we're going to give this a little pinch of salt and pepper. Simmer it for another couple of minutes, and I think we'll be ready to go. One more taste, we get the thumbs up, and let's start assembling.
Okay, so our tacos, or our taco meat is done. I'm just heating up some corn tortillas right now, and I have my crispy corn tortilla over here that I heated up in my microwave. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble this real quick, and we'll go in for a bite. So we'll be right back. So with my tacos here, I'm going to do this 2 ways. I got my corn tortillas for the soft tortilla, and I got my crispy taco shell here. And now we're going to go ahead and assemble this. So I've got my Italian taco meat here. I'm going to put a layer of meat down in each. And if you could smell this right now, holy moly, guacamole. I'm going to take my Asiago here and get it on top of my warm meat, so that'll melt down the cheese a bit. I'm going to go in with our bruschetta with our heirloom tomatoes. Top that off. And then we're going to go in with our pesto aioli and give it just a little bit of smatter there and a little smatter there. Move this out of the way, and there you go. Okay, one last thing to do, and that's to give this a try. And it's looking really good. Whoop, knocking this over, that's not good. So I'm going here for a bite of each. Holy friggin' A. That's friggin' dope. Oh, I mean, words don't describe it. It's that good. And wow, what a balance. The spicy and sweet sausage, the onions and peppers, a little bit of the tomato sauce in there, the bruschetta, the aioli, it's all happening, and it's awesome. I mean, you taste the Italian, but with the corn tortilla, you get a little Mexican, and wow, they're married up. Mexican married an Italian. Who knows? Anyways, let's go in for the. Oh, get some of that oil on my finger. Anyways, let's go in for the crunchy one. Now, I prefer crunchy, and I know that as soon as I bite into this, it's going all over the place. So, oh well, I'm going. You gotta make these. I know, I got food in my mouth. I'm excited. And the game's coming on here shortly, so food's coming together. This stuff is freaking awesome. You gotta make this. It's easy. And you got the best of both worlds there. You know, Mexican, Italian, game day stuff. I mean, hell, make this on Taco Tuesday, you know? Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please crush the like button, subscribe, and most importantly, share. And hey, until next time, thanks for watching.